recording is on.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to LisaBug Mind Body Blend. And this is a class where we blend a little bit of ballet bar, a little bit of traditional strength training, along with Pilates and some Tai Chi inspired movements to get our body warmed up. I have two different sets of hand weights. I have my chair, which duplicates as a ballet bar to hold on to for balance, and of course my mat, maybe a little bit of cushioning for the knees when we get down to the floor. So clear your space and let's come into our wide Wu Chi and start to center and ground this morning. We take the feet just a little wider than hips distance apart and focus on your posture. Slightly tuck your tailbone under. Lengthen through the crown of your head, draw your shoulder blades back. We'll let the fingertips float up the front of the body as we inhale. Then exhale and soften the knees and sink down into the legs. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing in through the nose and then out through either the nose or the mouth. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, scoop the fingertips up the front of the body. Exhale, turn your palms and push down into the earth. Breathe in. And breathe out. Start to fill those lungs with a more generous breath. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, turn the palms up. Exhale, flip them all the way up to the ceiling, stretch. And exhale, sink down into the legs. Breathe in. Turn the palms. And breathe out. Two more. Now, separating heaven and earth, we inhale. The right palm goes up, the left palm pushes down, and then bring that top arm down. So we scoop up, left palm reaches up, right palm down, and then lower that left arm. Breathe in, right palm up, separating heaven and earth. And then coming down. One more. Inhale. Left palm up. And exhale. We'll add a side stretch with this. So breathe it in. Right palm up, left palm down. Then side stretch and push the palms away from one another. Rise back up. Lower that top hand down. Scoop in, left palm up, side stretch to the right, and then release it. We'll try that one more time on each side. Right palm up, left palm down, side stretch left, and inhale, left palm up, side stretch right, and then release it down. Now focusing a little bit on balance, bring your feet a little closer together. We inhale, right palm up, left palm down, pick your right foot up off the floor, cross it behind your left, and side stretch over to the left side. Then open back out and set your right foot back down to the mat. Inhale, left palm up. Pick up your left foot, cross behind, side stretch to the right. And then release. Ooh, I'm feeling that balance challenge this morning. Right palm up, step behind, side stretch, and return. Left palm up, step behind, side stretch. 2 more each direction. Right palm up, cross behind, side stretch. Return. Inhale, left palm up, step behind. Exhale, push the palms away. 1 more each side. Return to center. Left palm underneath, right hand on top. And rotate into cloud hands. And switch. Starting to add rotation of the spine. Shifting your body weight from the right to the left. Now changing the arms. The right arm goes high, the left arm sweeps underneath. Start to open up through the side waist. Warming the shoulders. One more each side. Then come back to center. We'll reach the palms forward with a press. Turn the palms up and make a soft fist. Press forward, pull back, soft fist. Press forward, sink into the legs. Rise up, pull back, open up the chest. And exhale. Inhale. Sink a little deeper into those legs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Adjust the breath as we begin. Inhale and exhale. Maybe close your eyes, just bringing your awareness to how your body's feeling after beginning our meditative movement this morning. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Turn and face your chair or your support. Bring your fingertips to the top. Bring your feet to parallel. Your feet can be tight together or slightly separated. Good posture. Tighten your thighs. Lift up off of your heels and lower. Up and down. So I'm only using my chair for what I need for balance, so not gripping. Just a couple fingertips. Moving through whatever range of motion you have in your ankles. Any amount of lift will engage the muscles of the calves. 4, 3, 2, up and hold, stay lifted. Bend your knees down into plie and back up. So notice I'm keeping my back super straight, so I'm not bending forward with my chest. It's different from a squat. As high as you can lift those heels in high half toe. 3 more. 2, 1. Drop the heels down. Turn your toes out, first position. So I'm making that little V shape with my feet. Lift and lower up on the toes. Up, down, up, down. See if you can find a little bit better posture. Pressing those shoulder blades down away from your ears. Slightly retracting back. 4, 3, 2, up and hold. Stay lifted and plie. The knees come open and rise up. Down and up. With our breathing, inhaling to bend the knees, exhaling to straighten the legs. 4 more. A nice warm up for the glutes, quads, and calves. 2 and 1. Drop those heels right down to the earth. Bring your feet back to parallel. And let's pick up our heavier weights. So I have 5s today. Come into parallel position for a little squat. Now with the arms, we've got a bicep curl. We'll sit down into the squat, rise up, and then release the bicep curl. Curl, sit, up, and release. Quicker tempo. Curl, down, up, release. Now, as always with LisaBug classes, once I get you started, I want you to choose options that work best for your body. That could include leaving out any layer of the exercise, could include slowing down the pace, always includes focusing on good form. And 4 more. Biceps, glutes and quads. 3, 2, and 1. Take a break. So I'm going to focus on shoulders today quite a bit, and I want you to really be mindful of your body and do exercises that modify for your shoulders. So we'll take that bicep curl to the shoulders, sink down into your squat and hold. Right arm pushes out. Bring it in. Left arm pushes out. Bring it in. Then we rise up from that squat and lower the arms next to the side of the body. All right, that's our little combo. So do your curl, sit into that squat, push right, push left, and come up. Curl and sit, push, push, and come up. Both arms curl, we sit, right, left, and come up. So when you press, you can go low if you have any shoulder issues. Let's get 6 more. So we curl, sit, push, push, and come up. 5 more. Curl, sit, push, push, and rise. Make sure you're breathing. Exhale. 3 more repetitions. Excellent. 2 more. Last time, curl and sit, punch, punch, and return. Bring both weights right to the center of your chest, and we're just holding. Turn your toes out, first position. Take a plie out to the right. Bend your knees down. Rise up. Then close your feet back to first position. Same thing on the left. Step and lower. Rise up and close in. Now a little quicker pace. Step, down, up, together. Step, down, up. When you step out, that's wide second position in ballet. It's up to you how much you bend your knees into your plie. The knees track over the feet. Just a few more with our legs only. Heart rate's coming up a little bit. 1 more each side. Now lower your arms down. As you curl your arms, step out, squat down and up, and then return. Curl as you step, squat down and up, and return, lower your arms. Now with our tempo, curl, down, up, return, curl, down, up, return. Excellent. Now think about your powerhouse. The torso, strong core with each exercise. We have 6 more. 5, 4, 3. Nice job. 2 more. Now we'll layer on that combo we just did earlier with the punch. So we curl, sit, punch right, left. Come back to first position, other side. Curl, left arm punches. Come back to first position. Curl and sit, right arm. And come up, curl, sit, left arm. Nice job. Now we curl and sit, right arm, add a little twist across. And come up, first position. Other side, left arm. And come up. Nice job. Right arm. And up. First position. Curl. Sit. Left arm. We have 4 more on each side. Right arm. Left arm. 3 more on each side. Right arm. If you need to set your weights down or pick up something lighter, feel free, or leave out the arm movements altogether. 2 more on each side. Curl, sit, right arm. Come center. Left arm. One more on each side. Should be feeling it. Last time to your left. Left arm. And come in and relax. Roll your shoulders. Excellent job, everyone. So we'll bring the weights down to the floor, one on each side of your mat. And we'll be using our right leg for balance. So the right foot is in front. We'll be lifting the left knee up in front of you. Step your left foot back. Reach your fingertips down to the floor. And then stand back up and step that foot up back to your knee lift. Reach your foot behind you. Reach down toward the floor. And come up to the knee. Now let's just practice that on the other side. So right knee is lifted. Left foot steps way back. Reach your fingertips down toward the floor. Step up, lift the knee. Step back. Reach down. And come up. Okay, your option is to do this with no weight, just working on balance, or place those 2 hand weights where you can get them if you want to come all the way down to the ground. It involves a big, deep knee bend, so make sure it feels okay for your body. So the weights are in front of you. Lift up your right knee. Take a big step back behind you. Bend both knees generously, so I'm coming down into a squat. Grab the weights, and then lift your knee forward. Step back, set your weights down, and then step in to meet that left foot. We'll do it on the other side. Left knee lifts. Step way back, bend both knees, reach for your weights, pick them up as you stand. Lift the knee. Step back, set your weights down to the floor, step in your feet together. Right knee lifts. Step back, reach down. With or without your weights, stand up. Lift the knee, step back, set your weights to the floor, and step in. Left knee lifts. Step back. With or without your weights, rise up. Lift the knee. Step back. Set your weights to the floor and step in. Let's get 2 more on each side. Right knee lifts. Step back. Pick up your weights. Stand. Lift your knee. Step back. Set your weights to the mat. Step your feet together. Left knee lifts. Step back. Grab the weights. Stand up. Pick up your knee. Step back. Set your weights to the mat. Step in. 1 more on each side. Are you with me? Right leg. Yes. Weights are just an option. You don't have to reach all the way down to work on this functional balance. Last time on the left side, lift your knee. Step back, reach down, weights up, Lift the left knee. Step back, set them down to the floor, and step in. Ooh, how'd you feel? Challenging exercise. So that's something you can work on and practice over the next couple weeks to come. See if you can get more proficient at that work. Okay, come down to your hands and knees. I've got a little cushioning for my knees. And again, I still have one of my weights on each side. Right here, hands and knees position. We're going to focus on our core, but I want to start to warm up the back a little bit more. Coming up into cat stretch, tuck your tailbone under, look toward your belly, and then lengthen your spine down, lift your tailbone and look forward for cow. And then curl up. And lower back down. One more of each movement. Cat stretch. And cow. Then return to a nice neutral spine. So we'll take the right foot straight back. Bend your knee, flexing your foot up to the ceiling. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. So a lot of options with this sequence. We can stay here with both hands on the floor, or coming into spinal balance or bird dog, reach your left hand and hold it to the front. So we're balancing on our right hand and our left knee, and it's up, down, up. We have 10 more lifts. And 9, squeezing your glute. 8, 7. Ooh, got a little tippy there. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand comes down, knee comes down. Lift your left knee, left foot off the floor. Bend your knee. Press your heel up to the ceiling. Lift, lower. Option to lift that right hand forward, squeezing through your glutes. So I'm firing my hamstring muscle, the back of that upper leg, by the bend of the knee, as I'm driving the foot up to the ceiling to fire the glute. 8 more this side. 1, 2, 3. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the hand down, set the knee down. Now your option is going to be to tuck one of your weights right behind the right knee. So if you have it tucked there, you have to squeeze it by bending that knee, firing your hamstring. That leg comes up, we lift, lower. Opposite hand reaches off the mat. So that extra workload is just adding resistance to that hip extension, to the glute work. Keep breathing. Up, down, up. And I'm only coming about halfway down with my knee. Not all the way. 10 more on this leg. Really squeeze it up. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand comes down, knee comes down. Slide that weight out from the back of the leg, and let's take a little down dog before we switch sides. So tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, drop your heels, and allow that right leg to really lengthen. One more breath. Then drop those knees back down to the mat. Left leg, option to tuck the weight behind the back of the knee. Give it a squeeze. Lift that leg up and lift lower. Right hand reaches out in front as we focus on our core. Try not to let your back overly arch here, so really scoop the belly up. Stabilize your pelvis. Nice job. Lift. Lift. 10 more this leg. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand comes down, knee comes down, release the weight. Lift those hips up into down dog. Drop the heels. Now walk your hands back toward your feet. Come into forward bend, ragdoll pose, clasping opposite elbows. Relax your head and stretch. And roll up one vertebra at a time to come back to a stand. Good posture, shoulders are back. Now we'll take our lightest hand weights. We come back into wide Wu Chi. Toes turned out. Bring the elbows to bend softly in front of the body. We open the arms, open and close. As the arms come up, bend your right knee, bend the left. I'm not leaning over that leg. I'm keeping my body upright. I'm just bending one knee at a time. That's the only thing I'm changing. Option for shoulders is an upright row. It's always a wonderful option if you have shoulder issues. If it's painful, to raise the arms out to the side. So the leg action doesn't change. I'll be giving you some options with your arms. Both arms to the front. So if you find one that's your favorite, it's working for you, you can stay with it. You can try all the variations. Next option involves a little circle of the arms. So they go forward, out, and together. Other side. Forward, out, together. Now I have 3-pound weights. So if you have only really heavy ones, this might be something you'll place the weights down and just do with your arms without resistance. Another option for heavy weights or shoulder issues involves a bicep curl and circle around back to center. This is nice for the rotator cuff as well, but it takes the majority of the work out of the shoulders. Just 3 more. And 2. Last one. And relax. Turn your body toward the right side of your mat, coming into a lunge. Hinge from your hips and bring the weights down right toward your knees. We'll open the arms out into a reverse fly and then close. So I've got this hinge forward so I can work the back of the shoulders. If your weights are heavy, then really bend your elbows when you pull them up. So you can come up here and down or open. So option to stay with this particular exercise, or we'll make a circle. So we open, come front, and lower down. Open, front, lower down. Out, front, down. Good. Choose those options. Maybe bend your elbows and come out and down. You can always shorten the lever to make it more doable. One more this side. And then rise yourself up by pressing into that front foot. Turn your body on the other angle. So your other foot's in front. We hinge from the hips. Make sure you're not hunching your back here. So really keep a nice long spine. Hinge forward. We have our reverse fly. Open out and down. Now your arms don't have to come up super high. Maybe a little lower than the height of your shoulders is absolutely fine. Your option is your row, pulling back with bent elbows. Now notice your core. Scoop the belly in toward the backbone. Now if you'd like to add the circle, the arms go out first, then to the front, and lower down. Out, front, down. Notice how much your abdominals are working and the muscles of your spine to keep yourself stable. Take any options. You can slow this way down. The goal is to get 4 more on this side. Three, 2, 1. Rise yourself up and step the feet together. Nice job. We'll be coming down onto our back, and you can have both of your weights close by, so you can make an adjustment. If you start out with your heavy ones, it's too much for you, you can always come down to your lighter weights. So I'm going to start with my 5s. Rolling yourself down onto your back. Your feet are hips distance apart. Slightly tuck your tailbone and press your back down into the mat. Weights are parallel. Bring both elbows down and then press back up toward the ceiling. Inhale to bend the elbows. Exhale to press back up to the ceiling. Just a little quicker on our pace. Down and up. Down and up. I'm keeping my elbows tucked in. This is called a tricep press. focusing on the back of the arm. Now we'll add on some layers with this exercise. Right leg extends out, the elbows come down, the leg lifts, down, lifts. Now in Pilates, we have small leg circles. So your leg is going to come straight up through the center and then slightly out to the side as the arms come down and up. And the arms will do a slight circling motion as well. So the arms come wide and up the middle. Wide and up the middle. Inhale, exhale. Two more. And one. Bring the leg down. Bring your elbows down. Relax your weights right across the top of your hip crease. Press up into a bridge. Lift up and down. Lift up and down. Exhale, hips high and drop. 6 more bridges. This will give your arms an option to rest for round 2 of your chest press. Last one. And relax your hips down. Bring your weights right back up, parallel. Slightly imprint your lower back down into the mat. Start with your tricep press. Down and up. Down, up. And you can just stay with these or extend the left leg out and it's down and up. So the leg follows the action of the arms. I have a toe point, but you can also flex your ankle. Three more on this straight plane of motion. Now adding a slight circular action with the leg out to the side, the arms open, press up. Open, right up through the center. Out and up. Out, up. Five more. Two more repetitions. And set that foot back down to the floor. Bring your weights across the hip creases and we'll bridge up and down. Focusing on our glutes and hamstrings, that posterior chain. Down the back side of your legs. Hips are level. Core is braced. 4 more bridges. 3. 2. And 1, and rest. All right, the weights are next to you on the mat. We'll roll over onto one side, and as I face you, going to call this my left side since I'm mirroring your side of the camera. So I have my top hand, will reach for this hand weight for rotator cuff work. Now you can be down here supported. You can also be up higher onto your elbow. You can tuck a little pillow under your head. Just get yourself nice and comfortable in this side lying position. All right. Rotator cuff work will rotate up and back in front of the body. Now make sure your elbow stays in close to your waist. It's not going to lift up and out this direction. So elbows tucked in, rotate, and down. Option will add hip abduction, lift, and lower. So my bottom knee is bent about 90 degrees to help stabilize my body. And I'm finding that this workload is really hard for my left arm. So I'm going to go down to my 3. That feels better. 5 more. 4. 3. 2, and 1. Now the option, just the leg. Up, down, up, down. This is part of the side kick series in Pilates. Eight more small lifts. 8. 7, no movement in the pelvis. Really strengthening the muscle around the hip. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stack those knees back together. Reach both arms out in front of you and draw a big rainbow and open out into a twist. And hold. And let that arm come back up over the head, reaching as you roll back onto your side. Then use this arm and help you press yourself up. Let's move to the other side. Bring along any props that you might need. So this is going to be actually my right arm on the top. So I'm going to start with the heavier workload, see how that goes. Just that rotator cuff action, up and down. This is going to be okay for a few, I think. Keep that elbow tucked in tight. Option to add hip abduction. Up and down. And my outer thigh is facing the ceiling, so try not to roll back on your hip and flex at your hip flexor. Okay, my arm is telling me it's time to go down into workload. Much better. It's amazing how quickly that rotator cuff fatigues. Let's get 4 more on this arm. 3, 2, 1. Weight is down, just the leg a little quicker. Up, down, up, down. Focusing on that medial glute, all the way down the outer thigh, strengthening and stabilizing the hip joint. 8 more small lifts. 1, 2, even firming up your abdominals when you're laying on your side. Last one. Stack your knees back together. Reach those arms out. Draw a big rainbow above your head as you twist open. I love this stretch for the chest muscle, for the waist, a little bit for that top hip as well. And one more breath here. And draw that rainbow back above the head as you roll back to your side. And use the strength of that top arm to press yourself up. We'll do some seated flexibility work. If you have your yoga strap, great. Also, you can sit in your chair for these stretches or sit up onto your blanket. I like to use that blanket, so I'm going to come on up onto that with my sitting bones. All right, so let's extend the right leg out and bend your left knee and separate your foot maybe about a fist distance between this other leg here. We are going to reach the shoulder through the leg toward the foot. So we bring that strap around the bottom of the foot. And as you stretch forward, I want you to squeeze your leg in this way. So try not to let it fall outward, but you're activating your inner thigh by keeping that leg straight up and down toward the ceiling. Now you may be more here, upright, and that's fine. Wherever your hamstring stretch feels good for you. And breathe. We're pulling the toes back to lengthen the calf as well as the Achilles tendon, that low portion attachment of that lower leg. And let's take 2 more breaths here. And then take a little brief break on that stretch. And this time, go ahead and allow your knee to open out. So now we're lengthening a little bit through the adductor. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, and fold forward. Such a different stretch for me as soon as I let that knee open out to the side. And one more breath here. And come up. Our third option, and be really careful with your knee to make sure this is okay for you, but to turn this leg out to the side into a hurdle. Now for me, it takes me way over onto my hip because I'm pretty tight. So I'm going to place that little bit of a blanket up higher onto that upper hip. That brings me upright a little bit more. And then we inhale, lengthen, exhale, and fold. Now your body will tell you if any of these positions are not appropriate for you, then modify, go back to one we did before. Make sure it feels okay for you. And one more breath here in this third stretch. And come on up. So we'll repeat that sequence of 3 stretches with the left leg extended forward. The first one, we have maybe about a fist distance between our foot and the inner thigh. And if it's hard for you to get the strap out there, go ahead and bend your knee, get it underneath the bottom of your foot, and then you can send it out straight. And we'll lengthen forward and squeeze the knee in toward your shoulder. And just be patient with your body. No judgment for where you are today, where you used to be, where you want to be. Just be in this present moment. And one more breath. And we'll take just a brief break to adjust to the second position. The knee opens out. We have the sole of the foot toward the inner thigh. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale and find your edge. These aren't long stretches, just enough to re-elongate the muscles and relax. Last breath here. And then rise up. Then the final stretch, this knee turns to the outside, and I know I'm going to have to sit up on my blanket a little bit. To elevate that hip. All right, nice long spine. Inhale and fold. Last breath in here. And release that. Just come to a comfortable seat, maybe a simple cross-leg pose as we spend a moment stretching through the shoulders that we worked today and the triceps. You can also sit in your chair as well. So start by really lengthening the spine. Inhale the right arm open and pull it back behind you without twisting your back. I'm just reaching it as far as I can behind my body. And then bring it all the way across my body. And I can use this left hand to slightly pull it in toward me. We can stay here. We can tuck that left elbow underneath the right and wrap the arms into this eagle position. Look over the right shoulder. And come back to the center, unwrap the eagle arm position. Take your left arm way out to the side and behind your body any amount without moving and turning your body. Then bring it across the front. Hold it in toward you. Or wrap that elbow underneath to wrap into eagle and look over the left shoulder. Relaxing any tension in your shoulders, in the upper back and the lower portion of your neck. And then come back to center with the head, unwrap the arms. This time we'll open both arms back behind you. Pull, pull, pull back. Feel that stretch through the chest and the biceps. Lift your arms way up to the ceiling. Bend your right elbow like you're going to zip up a shirt behind you. And then grab that elbow with your left hand and pull your body over to the side. Inhale back up, straightening the left arm and then the right. Inhale. Bend your left elbow as if you're going to button the shirt in back. Pull that elbow and side stretch. Rise back up, straightening the right arm, the left. We inhale and exhale to let the arms float down. I hope you're feeling wonderful after our class today. Thank you so much for joining me, and the light and peace that reside within me. Honor the light and peace in each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much. If you can stay on with me for a minute, I would love to see your smiling faces. If not, I hope to see you on Thursday for yoga, and be watching your emails for what's coming up in the month of September. Thanks, everybody.